So this is one of the great studies on the power of community. That if you will bond and have friendships, then your chance of living longer goes up. So granted, I'm taking notes on this, but this really tells us what is the true nature of our being, is that if we're not connected, we're not really truly healthy. And I think there are two forms of really deep and profound connection that we in America have a tendency to ignore. One is this communal thing, where we're actually in each other's homes. Jobs take us to the other part of the country, or sometimes the other part of the world. We are very busy, so busy. I'd love to get together with you. Maybe we can have coffee next month. Not an unusual conversation. We're missing that connectivity, and it's costing us, I'm sure. I've also been thinking that there's another form of connectivity that is also a village. There's that village inside of you. You know, on the personality level, once we fracture into a personality, we have a lot of creatures in us. Have you noticed that? Right? We always say, you know, I, but it should be we're. We should be weird. We're doing this, right? And getting to know these other parts of ourselves is a healing in and of itself, because each of those parts has something to contribute to our overall health and satisfaction in life. A village, that's who we really are. We're not just one thing. Have you noticed? And we cover it over. We try to be one thing, and we try to act like, oh, well, I don't know what happened to me. Well, that's what happened to you. The other side came out. The other side. So as we make friends with our interior beings, we create a community within ourselves at the personality level. That the soul has lots of lives it's managing. And we can either get in line with our soul and go with the program of our unfolding, or we can resist it. And the way we get in line with our soul and go with the program is to love, to come, have our intention, have our purpose for doing something be love itself, that we love ourselves and love what we're doing and choose love as the reason for doing something. That if we choose love for the reason for doing something, we're getting in line with our soul. And one of the things that will happen when that happens is that when things need to change, we will not be afraid to change, but we will just love into the next moment. And so we're always changing. And if we can align with the soul, if we can align with the community that we are, then it goes so much more smoothly. And your success is much more likely because you're following the cues of the great one that is you, rather than the personality, which, as we know, as a fractured being, can get really stuck in one dimension. Is this currency that allows us to connect with our whole being, our divine being, our big self, not just this part. That if we connect with that big self, then we have access to more stuff than we have if we're just this personality. So if we love, we're in line with that. And if we're in love, then we're building community, which will keep this body intact much longer. If we love, then we're guided by principles of increase rather than decrease. If we love, we tend to harmonize with the world around us. If we don't recognize that we're all in this together and that we contribute, and as we contribute, we earn our place in the world. You know, a lot of people would like to be rich, but the really healthy, wealthy people are the ones who have given to make it so, who give of themselves even when it's not about money, but those who give into the world and make the world a better place. Service. We must serve, because then we begin to break down this I thought, which is so dominant inside us, that I. We should start talking about is this idea of the universal human. So when we awaken to our divine nature, there's some things that come with it, which is that we recognize that we're not just connected with our soul or with God, but we are connected sideways with everyone else. And as such, we have responsibilities. Responsibilities to be open-hearted with people that we like and the ones we don't like, to have respect, to show kindness to all people. This universal human has a universal responsibility, and as such, we become a shining light. That's our job, to not only awaken to our divine nature, but to express our divine nature in the way we move about the world. So as we do that, we are serving. We are always serving. We're either serving fear or we're serving love. So we should choose. Personal transformation. Many of us are on that game. We want to unfold. We want to see what's in here. We want to unpack it. As we unpack it, we begin to realize that there's more to us than meets the eye. And as we diminish our attachment to these limitations of who we are and open to the divine presence which can flow through us as us, we begin to feel a shift, a transformation. And our job as a people of the Spirit is to grow and become. To grow and become more than we were last year. To take our chances on being more than we ever thought we could be. To be out beyond our own expectations. To grow into something transcendent.